Exactly. Pretty surprising that we haven't seen a Warlock yet.
Pretty surprising, no Warlock and no Mage either. I mean, Mage is still strong, especially in the you pick deck first format.
So we got a handlock over here. And what is happening?
I'm not sure. Something. I don't think his recording is the best in the end, but yeah,
It's pretty next level.
it's pretty next level. I think we have to tell him he should definitely close Skype or something, because it sounds like he's getting a lot of messages.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna write here right now. Oh
So
God.
he gets some more messages. Spam him.
Okay, I just told him that there needs to be a change, because that stutter show is not going to work out.
Like this, we can just always guess. We can.
We can always guess what happens. Like mysteriously for Mirrari, there appeared a mana worm.
So this seems like maybe it's an aggressive mage with like mirror images, ice lances,
I mean,
stuff like that.
It could be exactly that Death Rattle Mage, where you go for Undertakers 2 with Leopard Gnomes and stuff, and just kill your enemy in a couple of turns, while he is still trying to establish any kind of board. And I think it's at least going to take on to turn 4, because before we're going to see anything from Paz.
Yeah, and he definitely doesn't want to soulfire that right now, because he might just lose his only turn 4 play that he has at the moment and prevent any potential mountain giants that might be coming to his hand.
My producer is coming with his mouth open, shaking his hands like, what is happening here? Why is this recording so bugged? So I think if this goes totally wrong, we might skip that. We might let him play secretly and try to set up game 3 as fast as possible to have a better and fluid game for you guys to watch. I'm sorry, that went wrong in my brain.
So actually there's the mirror image.
Wow, that's quite huge. I mean, if that next turn, Frostbolt, Iceland, something like that, you're already in kind of trouble.
Does he tap again or just drop the Sun Fury?
I mean, then it just gets so fired away. I mean, then it just gets Frostbolt away maybe. So I think just live tap, get something rolling, like get a Mountain Giant or a Twilight Drake out, and then Soulfire ASAP the mana worm.
Floating Mountain Giant.
Oh, the
He really wants to accentuate that.
Oh, he actually Soulfired afterwards. So he tapped for the Mountain Giant, Soulfired, lost some cards. Is he losing the Slush Belcher?
I didn't see what he discarded.
Oh man, that's not looking so good. Okay, we get a 4/7 Twilight Drake. I don't know whether
seems like Mirrari he doesn't have to play minions. He just summons them. He just snaps his fingers and there's a Knife Juggler on the board.
So we just skipped some turns. I mean, we're just missing out the turn 4 for Paz, and just and instantly are at the turn 4 for Mirrari, which is just spawning random minions out of nowhere. But finally, Paz,
a Shadow Flame probably.
Yeah, can go for the Shadow Flame. It would be cool if he was already at 7 mana there. He could go for the Earthen Ring Farseer Shadow Flame play, or at least at 6. I would go for the Taunter.
He might not even Shadow Flame here. Like he could just drop Belcher.
Yeah, I agree.
Because none of that damage on the board right now won't come through the Belcher. But maybe that's a bit too greedy, especially since he has 2 Shadow Flames. He might just drop it as well.
Yeah, but if he waits another turn, there is also the opportunity, as you said, to just go for the Sunfury Protector and go for Shadow Flame.
Yeah.
And that would be really, really great, I have to admit.
I still think he has to Shadow Flame here. It's just too greedy not to. Bowiazny widzkie platki. Ataksi nadzni validzi.
You can't most likely read that, I assume. Not. The annoying part about the Shadow Flame is you're going to take 2 more damage, nonetheless, and you're going to give him another card, which is just so stupid. Like, you just want to profit from Shadow Flaming the whole board to death, but you're actually getting hurt by Shadow Flaming here.
Yeah. And Pozmywam could use some Molten Giants here in the near future, I'd say.
Absolutely, that would be great. And don't wonder, guys, if we have some technical difficulties here. That's the first time we're letting our players out of the league stream. It worked rather good for Cloud9, but we have to admit they are, well, streaming quite a lot, so they're used to it. But Pozmywam, for example, I don't think he streamed before, like for himself. So, yeah, his recording is a little bit stuttery.
So he top decks a Hellfire, which is pretty good in this position, I'd say.
Is it? Or would you assume that maybe the Shadow Flame plays better?
I can barely imagine that.
Oh, that was a good quote. I mean, you can Hellfire, but then you're going to drop down to 11, which I don't like at all.
The thing is, if you play Sun Fury Shadow Flame, you play 2 cards, which will make your Mountain Giant cost 5 next turn. So next turn you couldn't play Mountain Giant Earthen Ring. If you just go for the Hellfire now, I don't think there's any way you're dead right now, so you could go Mountain Giant and heal up next turn.
Yeah, I know what you mean. That could be better, but just taking that 3 damage. I mean, you're down to 14, and it's just... You might not be dead this turn, but if he goes Fireball, Frostbolt, and then next turn another Fireball, that's just going to be so hardcore.
But again, that's what we talked about a lot. Playing to win and playing not to lose.
Correct.
This is the playing not to lose variation, because like this, you probably won't get your Mountain Giant out in the near future.
Oh, that was super... Did he ping the face?
Yeah.
I'm a bit surprised about the face ping.
Well, that indicates he has Fireball.
Yeah, that indicates he has Fireball. Probably Fireball,
or
Frostbolt also.
Frostbolt, Icelands.
Whatever. That indicates just you're going to be pulverized probably next turn. So this looks like a super play already going for another win.
Here we had a little misplay. We could have that Twilight Drake at 4-8, but who cares?
Yeah, I think in this situation, who cares, as you said, could be just 1 Iceland or double Iceland.
Double Frostbolt Icelands, yeah.
Double Frostbolt Icelands. Not even 2 Icelands is like a bounce. No, he's just bursting away the Warlock. I think that was, in the end, the rule went really sad for Paz in the end. I mean, he chose his enemy to pick Mage, and as we know, Paz himself is running a Mage too, and a Hunter if I'm not mistaken. So...
He's not looking too happy.
It could have went extremely good for him if actually the enemy didn't pick his Warlock.
Yeah.
But his Warlock against that Mage, I think, was in the end the weakest link.
Those are the mind games. I don't know why he would pick him. Why he would force his opponent to pick the Mage when he has handlock himself in the first game, because.
Well, he couldn't count with that. He has handlock.
Yeah, but he has to count with it.
Yeah, that's correct.
It's that's like one of the worst matchups in HearthStone.
Absolutely.
The aggro mage against handlock, and even though you don't exactly know if it's an aggressive mage, you still have to count the possibility in.
Absolutely. He kind of hurt himself a little bit, and now we're going to see him running his own mage versus the mage of Mirrari. And from those 3 cards, it looks quite similar. I mean, we saw the Cold-Light Arc before.
I think it's something like the Oud ran at the BlizzCon qualifiers and went 5-0 with.
I haven't seen his decks, but I know his deck is kind of the Death Radley, small minions.
Yeah, it's actually just like the old standard aggro mage where you got your Leponoms, Mana Worms, and just go face.
Either win turn 5, 6, 7, or lose because your enemy is taking tempo out, healing himself.
Something like that.
Okay, this is going to go down to who is able to establish a better board faster. Oh, wow, that...
Mirrari with the coin here.
Getting the Sorcerer's Apprentice, but getting countered by Sorcerer's Apprentice Arcane Missiles, and there the RNG factor takes effect, and we're going to see...
Sometimes games get decided on turn 2 if this Arcane Missiles hits phase 3 times.
Oh no, they actually killed the enemy, and he can play the mirror images too.
No, he passed his turn.
Oh, he passed his turn. I guess he's waiting for a Mana Worm to play the mirror images. But that was...
Yeah, there's not really need to play them right now.
It was just great. I mean, he pulverized the enemy Sorcerer Apprentice with...
Yeah, but that could have gone hella wrong.
Either way, exactly. It could have gone right in the eye. There's your loot hoarder. So do you play your Cold Light Oracle and give your enemy draws too?
I think you do, just because it's more mana efficient than the loot hoarder.
But I would play my mirror images now before
Yeah,
my
before
Sorcerer
the apprentice dies, exactly.
Wow, you get a double loot hoarder. Look at this. So he can just go
He got
for...
some draw there, yeah.
That was pretty cool, especially Mirrari thinks about pinging again, so wow. That's sad.
Yeah, if he does it once, he has to do it twice.
Yeah, but what is there in his hand left if he's just has to ping all the time?
Well, probably not shoot drop.
Now, would you ping away the Lever Gnome or just drop all the loot
Yeah, I
hoarders?
would ping it.
I'm not sure. I mean, why? You're gonna lose one mirror entity, who cares? But you could get 2 loot hoarders out.
Yeah, but it's like you don't have to rush anything.
Yeah, I agree.
You have the board control, and I don't think the deck runs any board clear.
Yeah, I think so too. That's a bit good for Mirrari to take in his concept for if he's managing to lose this, he could take that into mind for his next game.
Yeah.
Because he knows probably how that deck works out since he plays a similar version. And as you said, it might be the one that Dude actually played.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it is. It has double Arcane Golem as well.
That's quite a lot of damage already. No, he played the Arcane Golem. I'm a bit surprised. I thought we're going to see him with the Loot Hoarder.
No, I think the Arcane Golem's actually fine. He's in such a driving position here that Mirrari already has to use his burn to just clear Pos minions, and he will just keep flooding the board with his stuff, and Mirrari won't be able to keep up with it, I think.
Surprising plot twist, Blizzard. That would be just devastating for Pos if we really see something in the direction of a Blizzard. Ooh, wow,
Oh.
did you just double Arcane Golem?
Yes, he did.
Oh wow, but
I'm confused as well.
yeah, I'm not sure if I like that. I'm really not sure if I like that at all.
8 mana for a Pos.
Yeah, that's exactly where my problem lies. I mean, he could just go for double cards, or he starts with I pop out my 3 minions and kill your, like, probably kill away. I mean, you just need to play 1 minion, 1 juggle hits, and you can already shoot it away with your hero ability.
Yeah.
Or you just go straight for the face. I mean, he can deal how much damage? That's 8, 11, 12 damage. No, that's 8, 11. And next turn with a fireball, he would win if he just goes for this now.
Yeah, he can just go face it straight up. There's no way he's going to die.
Yeah, that's 8, 11, 12, and the next turn just bam, bam. Yeah. That looks like a win for Pos if he just goes for the super aggro play. The good part is he just knows what he's facing because he's just playing it himself.
Yeah.
Okay, is his PC stuck or is his stream stuck?
Clue.
I'm not entirely sure. That's actually the worst recording we had so far in the Gentleman Cup. He's 1 damage of lethal, it seems. So next turn he can end it. I'm
Game is over.
Did Mirrari concede or did he actually do
No, I
lethal?
think he conceded.
Yeah, I think so too. So we saw Pos winning his second game against Mirrari, so we get a 1-1 between those players. So Planet Key not getting crushed completely.
Yeah.
And what is Mirrari? My producer can't stand the flickering screens. He's already getting a lot of eye damage and brain damage probably.
And Pos's deck is called Intelligence, Innovation the Oot. So that's where it comes from.
You just made like a connection there, man. You're so smart. That's why you wear glasses and I don't.
That wasn't so tough. I can take them off.
No, it's okay. You can.
No, I don't see anything.
Okay, that's okay too because you only need to cast a game here, and we're ready to drop into the game. We get Pos going first, which is kind of sad. He would love to go second. And I'm not entirely sure if he can beat if that's a kind of tempo ramp druid, if he is able to beat that in any way.
Maybe he got he got those Ancient of Lore heals for sure, the taunts, and this deck struggles a bit against that for sure.
Druid is a worst matchup, but I guess if Dude managed to go 5-0 with it, he met somewhere a Druid on the road, which could have been super annoying.
Yeah, well, he didn't only use the mage deck.
Yeah, sure. There were other decks too. Totally agree there.
So, White Grove.
Yeah,
That screams like turn 3, turn 2 Harvest Golem.
the problem is just like, yeah, turn 2 Harvest Golem, and you can do what exactly against it?
Rather nothing.
Exactly. That sucks. You can play your Sorcerer's Apprentice and hope for mirror images, which would be extremely helpful.
Yeah.
I mean, you just go for your Knife Juggler and then unleash the mirror images, which grant you 2.
I think you would even trade the Apprentice into the Harvest Golem first.
Yeah, I thought about that too, but I'm not sure if I like the move, especially now because turn 4 could be the... Oh wow. That's never good.
So Mirrari is running away mana-wise.
Absolutely, he's running away so hard.
Does he want to give him another one?
I mean, in this case scenario, I don't think it makes such a huge difference if you give him even more mana. I can tell you that's not a good start for you if your enemy is actually ramping up double. There could just be a Spectral Knight now. What is he going to do against a Spectral Knight?
What is he going to do? I guess he ignores it.
Yeah, probably would do that. That's like Spectral Knight, super annoying against you. If we have a charge through it would be okay too. If he taunts it up, that would be
that would be pretty nice actually.
Double Ras, just like kill the whole board. Okay, he Rast for 1.
I don't think that's something you can afford in this matchup.
Well, if his hands is worse, just like super worse. And there's a swipe.
Wow.
Innervate swipe.
I hate that play, to be honest.
You hate it. You would hate it so hard. I definitely agree there with you. I don't like it at all. And the problem is you kind of want to play your Grimscale Oracle, but you cannot afford to do that. I mean, if you play your Grimscale Oracle and he's down to 3 cards, you give him 2 more cards, and he's most likely going to get something super annoying. You want to keep him out of the I have anything to play card zone.
Yep. That Mirrari play was so inefficient. He used... Oh, that hurts.
If he had only 6 mana, imagine 1 turn more, and he had 6 mana.
He could silence it and fireball it or something.
Okay, there's double fireball in his hand, so 12 damage is possible in the near future.
Yeah, Mirrari going down to 15 HP, I think. Yep.
I mean, it is possible to some extent, especially if Paz draws Frostbolt Icelands, and then he might be able to win it turn 8 somehow. I mean, it's going to be really hardcore, especially because Mirrari can clear the whole board pretty easily. But that deck is just known to be kind of, one-trick pony. If it works, it works. And then next time, if you play against something like the Druid, then you might just get hurt hardcore.
One-trick pony half.
Absolutely. Actually, I get that from Nunya. He's always saying that in the League of Legends streams. One-trick pony. I like that one because it's actually a German saying, and one-trick pony quite works good. Mirrari can clear the board, but if you take... Oh, yeah, Force of... I like that Force of Nature play. Especially because he's not taking any damage. You cannot afford to take even 2 frigging damage.
So...
You need to play the Grimscale Oracle.
Just needs to dig for his other damage spells. And I'm afraid even if he gets it,
it might be too
he
late.
won't have the time to cast all of them.
I'm totally with you. Okay, he can Fireball now. Bring him down to 8.
Will he Fireball the 4/6? That would be a mistake in my opinion.
Oh, if he wants to play it safe, he actually...
No, he went face.
He went face? I thought about playing the Loot Order, I have to say.
I don't like that play. Because no draw in your deck grants you lethal. Because you will hero power for sure.
Yeah, but if you play the Loot Order and you get a Frostbolt and Iceland...
So but he just hero powered face.
Yeah, but you would have exactly 6, 9, 13 damage if you didn't hero power and played your Loot Order instead.
Yeah, that's why I said it was a mistake.
Okay, awesome. So we agree that we disagree. Absolutely great.
And he has to hero power here, yeah.
Oh, wow. That's like... If he gets a Frostbolt now...
Frostbolt Icelands.
If he would get a Frostbolt now, it would be so annoying.
He has to...
Can the arcane missiles hit him 3 times and
Wow.
then the fireball hits him and he loses the game to ping of your ability? No, that cannot happen.
Don't do that.
What else can he do?
Just cold light. What?
But if he plays Cold Light, he like Frostbolt, Icelands, it would be 11 damage. Yeah.
Why doesn't...
You're not satisfied by those plays.
Well, yeah, I guess it's okay how he did it.
I mean, there are only 10 damage on the board, so he could survive. But we don't know that. It could already be over since a pause recording isn't the
Game
best.
is over since 2 hours.
Okay, Savage War seals the deal, and therefore it's going to go 2-1 for the super play again, it seems.
Yeah.
So no, the first one was 2-0 actually.
Yeah.
Was it 2-0?
Yeah, it was 2-0.
I'm not.
The Druid went 2-0.
Absolutely, and that's 2-1 for Mirrari. So eSuba is going 2-0.